Welcome back to the Freelancers Tea Break, the short and sweet podcast packed full of freelance tips for you to enjoy during your tea break. Over the last couple of weeks, I've discussed a few of the ways you can find new clients through networking and social networking. Today, I want to talk about how to find clients through pitching. So pitching is essentially putting yourself in a position where you're telling someone who could be your ideal client all about what you do. It's about selling what you do, but it's not about hard selling. Networking and social networking are both kind of areas where there is a level of pitching involved, but I personally see networking and social networking as building those relationships that will then allow pitching if suitable. So I thought I'd share a few ways that you can pitch just to give you some ideas. So the first one is public speaking. And yes, I know that's a bit trickier at the moment, but there are still plenty of virtual events going on. So it could be a small local virtual networking event, or it could be a big event. Lots of people are running summits at the moment. It is a brilliant way to share your expertise, share that you know what you're talking about in front of your potentially ideal audience. And depending on what the host allows, you'll also be able to talk about what you do and how it will help potential clients. Plus, it's a really quick way to network. You're basically talking to a whole room of people about what you do without having to go through small talk. So yeah, it's a really efficient way to do that. Number 2, email your friends and family the scary email. I have a template for this on my website. Just go to freelancelifestyle.co.uk and search for the scary email. It's an email you send to your friends and family telling them what you do and asking if they would be able to refer anyone that might be of interest or just share it. We all assume that our friends and family know what we do, but they don't always know what you do. So it's definitely worth sending that email. And whenever I have anyone in my community that sends it, they almost always come back with at least one lead, if not 2 or 3, plus loads of well wishes from their friends and family, which is nice. Number 3, message people who you think would be a great fit for your package or service with some details. Now, this doesn't need to be pushy. I know that sounds terrifying, and I absolutely wouldn't do this cold. I would do it with people that I've already built a relationship with, and I genuinely think my service would be of use to them. So, just to give you an idea of what you could say, hey, hope you're well. I know we talked in the past about X, and I think I might have something that would be a great fit for you. Here's the information if you want to know more. Otherwise, have a lovely day. And you could do that by sending it as a text-based message or send a voice note, which is much easier, and you can feel a bit more relaxed when you're doing it. Number 4, drop off a marketing pack to local businesses. Think outside the box with this. I've seen everything from details printed onto chocolate bar wrappers to quirky business cards that get passed around the office. In fact, I've put quite a few of these on a Pinterest board, which I'll pop the link to in the description for you to have a look at for some ideas. I actually worked as a careers advisor for a college that bridged the gap between school or university and the workplace. And we saw some really amazing CV examples there. There was somebody that was a graphic designer or game designer, and he turned his entire CV into a platform game that you could play. So you would work through the game and you would go through that person's history, their work history and their educational history. It was amazing. And I also saw someone who applied for a job in this beautiful interior shop, and they created a mini version of a house in a box with lots of fabric cut-offs and things that they printed from the website of the shop. So it was amazing to see that in detail. And that was something that the person hiring actually kept because it made such an impact. So think outside the box with this, because you want something that will stand out, and you don't have to be spending a lot of money on that either. There are other ways to do it which don't require you to create entire boxes full of information. Number 5 is look for PR opportunities, whether it's being a guest on a podcast, going on the local radio, responding to a PR request, or being a guest expert in a Facebook group. My friend Kerry Watt actually has some brilliant ideas on this on her podcast, The PR Show. So I hope you found some ideas there. I just wanted to share some options really that weren't too pushy, but they're putting yourself out there and showing people what you do. And all these options are just about sharing how you can help people. They're not pushy, they're not manipulative, they're not asking people to jump on a call, 45 minutes of you pitching at them. It's all about helping other people. So next week, we're going to chat about referrals. In the meantime, why not come over and join the Facebook group of the Freelance Lifestylers, in particular because on Wednesdays we have Pitch Slap Wednesday, which is all about getting some accountability and adding in some pitching time every week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. To find out a little bit more about the freelance lifestyle, hop on over to freelancelifestyle.co.uk.